What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're having a market watch. And don't forget that also the thing behind me is a shirt. This is a limited edition. The homies hate no mulligan rule. Definitely pick them up on the store. The link is down in the description. This is really good fabric and stuff like that. It goes up to 3XL for anybody in that category. It's very good quality. Make sure when you wash these things, you pull them inside out just to keep the longevity of the image, because that's the only way you're going to keep that image going for a long time, but the quality is really solid. So guys, without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. First off, let's talk about Mugandramon. Mugandramon from EX Collection 3 has been shown off, and it's basically the counterpart to this card. Basically, it has protection from being deleted. It has protection from being bounced, and it has protection from being rewound back into the bottom of the deck. So, being able to have this protection, it might be good to get your Mugandramon classics now and hold on to a base playset. They are being bought as we speak. A bunch got bought. People are buying this like hotcakes, especially since yesterday we had Cyberdramon that allows you, if you have a Arrested Tamer, you gain 2000 DP. So, and it's a cyborg type as well. So it's another classic Mugandramon upgrade. On the Europe side, it's still hovering around the €11 mark, but it has been seeing some buying out as bots as well. The alternate art only has 22 copies of itself on market. It's not being bought quickly, but you know that eventually this will start seeing, if Mugandramon definitely starts topping on the Japanese side, this card will start seeing buyout status. So make sure you get your base playset now at the cheap end and not having to expend more, because if this is it's a Drummon support set, this is going to cost you arms and legs when it gets later. We're looking at €37, so they're roughly the same ballpark. We're a little bit cheaper by like $2. Azimon Blast Mode kind of has hit Digimon. Hazard stuff has been starting to trickle in. Core TCG's looking at that $60 hotcakes. Wouldn't be surprised if PPG goes under them a little bit. This card should drop into the $40 range, maybe even $20, just because the deck is going to be good for this set, but unless it gets more support later on down the road, this deck just doesn't keep up with everybody else. So, I mean, yes, it can clear out a whole bunch of security in one swing, but that's usually all it's got for it. Azimon Digimon Hazards, looking at $12. This card will probably tank to like $5, which is going to be good because pretty solid there. Just don't go buying this crazily fast. Jellymon, would not be surprised if this drops down to a hot $4 card once the set releases. Give it like a couple days and you can definitely see that. Mega Gargamon, it's already it's about a $8 card. Projected, I would say this card's going to tank down to maybe $2, maybe $1. It's just going to be how this super rare is going to hold. Guillemon, same thing, probably going to be like a $2, $3 card. Yes, it has the maiden support, but I don't know if it's going to hold. If it tops, it might hold the $5 mark, but once released, this card is just not going to hold its value. Ofadimon, Fall Down Mode, Alternate Art, Awakening, has seen some dipping because, again, it's good in Mass Day, it's good in the yellow hybrid decks, but it starts trickling out after that, because then this card only sees really play in yellow hybrid-ish a bit, but nothing too crazy out of that. This card is about €35. Not bad. We're looking at Jet Sylphie next. This card is coming down and moving down quickly. The reason for that is, as we're getting closer and closer to BT11 on the Europe, on JP side, we might be seeing another ban list coming that might hit Jet Sylphie. The deck is probably on its coffin session, so people are going to list these at low prices, try to get them off their hands, because you don't know when this card is going to get out of print. So like be out of playability. This card might not get banned, but it might get limited to 1, maybe 2. So we'll have to see what happens there. Jet Sylphie as well. We're looking at 17 euros. Creepymon. Creepymon has been kind of just slowly being bought. That has numerous effects right now. There is a mill deck with Creepymon that objectively helps against the yellow hybrid matchup if they don't see the right pieces, but we're going to have to see what happens there. Trash the top 2 cards of your deck for each of your opponent's Digimon in play. You may trash 4 or more cards with this effect. You may play a level 5 or lower purple Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. When attacking once per turn, for every 10 cards in trash, trash the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Then this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. This is not, this is basically the DP is multiplied and the mill is multiplied for every 10 cards. So you can mill out pretty quickly on your opponent. About 5 euros. It's nothing too crazy. Gabumon, alternate art from Classic Collection. It's starting to come down, which is good. Pick them up because they are slightly played with the X antibody version deck. So you might want to have this. Better late than never. Just make sure you have your base play set if you're going to play that deck. 17 euros, about roughly the same, $21. Mega Gargamon from the anniversary release boosters. This is climbing high and soaring high and holding. It's almost bought out. There's only 5 copies left on market. The reason for that is the Mega Gargamon deck. If they don't do anything to make the deck better, I don't see this deck holding out, so the card will probably come back down eventually. On Europe side, 2 euros, $4. Wow, they have a lot of stock. Wargreymon. This card is just climbing because it answers yellow hybrid. Any deck that wants to have multiple security checks and stuff like that, it's just how that's going to go. While this doesn't activate security skills on options, it's checked, which is really good because shutting down options is huge. $24 is nothing to scoff at. So, pretty solid, pretty solid. I mean, going up to 35 is not bad at all. We got same thing here. We're looking at 21 euros, like 17 euros, $21. Not terrible. Howling Memory Boost. Remember when this card was like $25 and now it's tanking to like 10s? I recommend getting your base play set now and holding on to it. This might go down just a little bit more, but this could definitely see some resurgent play, especially in BT10, with the fact of the Blue Flames using basically everybody kind of going into a wide board stance. Being able to stop attacks with Howling Memory Boost might help out again. We're looking at 10 euros. They're a little more expensive than us. Okay. Savior Hawkmon, same thing, going down, tank department. Yes, I know these are pre-release cards usually, but I made Friday this time all one encompassing video just so that we didn't have to worry about this because my computer was acting up the other day. But outside of that, we're looking like it's going to keep tanking. So, especially since it's a one-of, we might see this card go down to cheap. 8 euros, about 12. Not bad. Titanmon, there's a reason why I'm going to bring up Titanmon here. So, there is a deck that you can combo this in with in the new EX-3, and that's with Guillemon. Guillemon helps restand something. Well, this now allows Titanmon to restand with his extra security check and get multiple checks in. So it's not terrible to do this. So trash 1 card from your hand, then you may play 1 purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. When you trash a card in your hand using one of the effects, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DB, security plus 1. So I recommend picking up your Titanmons if you are planning on playing Guillemon from the EX-2 set. It does combo very well. So definitely grab it. Might be worth your pickup here. About 3.6 euros. About $5. Not bad. Debbie Marimon from the winners was at $40, but now has tanked down to 25, which is not bad. I think that's very solid triggering. It's a good alternate art. We do have the shiny version. It's up to you what one you prefer. Avenged Kidmon spiked like crazy because of the Avenged Kidmon loop deck. Well, security control deck, which basically recycled all your options and he comes in for free, which is huge, especially since that can help you prevent deck out and stuff like that. Just something to keep all in the thought processes here. So when placing from it, reduce the memory cost by 1 for each of your opponents for options in you and your opponent's trashes. Return all cards from 3 Musketeers in their traits and all option cards from both players' trash to the bottom of their owner's decks. If 7 or more cards return with this effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3 Musketeers in its traits or 8,000 DP. So that's really good. All in all, just solid support. But yeah, that card just got bought out excessively. On the Europe side, about €3. Not terrible. All Force Vigramon alternate art. As we're getting closer to EX reveals, if anything that does All Force's evolution comes into this, like Future Mode or X Antibody, this card will spike. That's just going to be really how that's going to plan out. So keep that in mind. All Force Digimon is about €10. Borman Token, I recommend picking these up now if you wanted your tokens for Borman. Just something to keep in the mind set. Fly Bullet. This card, I was warning you guys, this card was going to get bought out, and it did. Same thing with its counterparts. Zwart Swarmer's the only one holding for its cheap end, but that's just because the deck is really good. This card could tank after a while, but €10, not bad. Guillemon promotional card, $10. We just got announced that it's going to have a alternate art coming if you get into the DC 1-2, basically, which has Guillemon support and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind when attacking. Draw 1. Solid all around. Guillemon, about €5. A Happy Bullet showering, about 25. So that's not terrible. We get about, I told you guys this card was going to get bought out. If you didn't buy it, I feel bad for you guys. I warned you ahead of time. Make sure you pick these up. About €6 on Europe side. Next, Kittis Breath from the starter deck. This card is used in Beelzestar, but there are the other versions that are high foil in classes, but sometimes you need to get the lower rarity because the max rarity is just $70. So, I mean, just keep this in mind. Kittis Breath is where it's at. Kittis Breath, about $1, €2. Not bad. Hero from the official tournament packs is no longer on the market. It's getting bought out left and right. It's great because of if I remember correctly, the deck that plays this card is when you attack with a Digimon that has Gargamon in its Digievolution, you may suspend this tamer to have that Digimon gain security +1 for the turn. So basically what deck you're playing this in is with the red hybrid Gargamon deck, which uses this card with the Gargamon and its evolution in the stack. So if they don't have a blocker, which most decks don't nowadays, you swing in, clear a bunch of checks, so you get an extra free check out of this. And it can multiple taps if you have multiple heroes out. Hero as well, not bad. About €7. We'll probably see that reflect eventually once they hit market. Kyu here, about $7. This is used in Jelly Force, about 3 copies each, so it's not bad to have him. Make sure you grab him. About €3, $5. Jellymon, the reason why this card is expensive is Jelly Force. This card is useful going into future sets, so just keep that in mind at the back of your head that you're going to want to have your Jellymon Jelly Force stuff. Next, yep, about €2. We probably could see this. Breath of the Gods definitely has been seeing a tapering off. The card is just not enough to help win X Antibodies win rates, so just keep that in mind. Mimi is definitely seeing some interesting buy. She's about almost like $1, like $1.50 pretty much. So just keep this in mind that she's getting bought out just because of how useful she is. Oopsies, you were supposed to go there. Whoopsies. Whatever. Holy Flame, thank you, our good friend Mario's Gaming World. You played 4 Holy Flames in your yellow hybrid deck. That doesn't doesn't mean we needed this much of a buyout. You don't always need to play the full scale value here. I think just having what you have is solid enough. If you have 2, you're fine. I don't see needing a full play set, but you know, that's just me. But Holy Flames are useful, so just keep this in mind that it's just how this is. Great playouts. Very solid card. I mean, this card is only 0.4 euros, so that's just not terrible. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Remember, get the Homies Hate No Mulligan shirt. Definitely wear it at your locals. If you buy the shirt, hashtag me on Twitter or anything like that, just to let me know how it looks on you, how you feel with it. Let me know how it is. And remember guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!